Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. Today, it seems our little Eevee is having a dream. But where are we? It looks a lot like the screen that was there at the beginning of the game, doesn't it? Where we were getting quizzed. No, we just happen to be floating in a giant green space something or other. Oh, there is? I wonder who it could be. Well, I'm sure it's not that important. I also adjusted the window size of my Camtasia thing here because I thought it could be a little wider, I guess. So now it's 384 instead of 382. Oh well, not important. Today we have another day of rescues, so let's go outside and see how our friend Kudo is doing. Well, he appears not to be outside, but let's check our mailbox anyway. And I guess there is no mail today. Morning, Kudo. Where do you sleep anyway? Unfortunately, not so much. I mean, we've only done 2 rescue jobs, we can't be that famous. And besides, today is the day where we need to have a tutorial about how the town works. I think. Okay, Pokemon Square. Good. Oh, that's right, that's how the jobs worked in this game. Okay. I'm very, very used to how it worked in the second game, so it's gonna take a little getting used to. But this is Pokemon Square. Kudo here is going to tell us about each of the shops. There are item shop /TM. The Felicity Bank is really important. Use them. The Gulpin Link Shop is also very important. He'll not only link moves for you, which I'll go over in a second, but he will also, he'll relearn moves. He's the move tutor, basically. Or relearner, I guess. You can use them at the same time. Very useful for certain moves that we actually already have, so I'm going to link them together. And Kangaskhan storage is a good place to store items because we do not have an unlimited inventory. So all of our extra stuff we can throw in there. Like if we have 10 Oran Berries, we really don't need 10 Oran Berries for one adventure. There is always an item I keep in great store. Oh, okay. We're in control now. Alright. Let's visit the Kecleon brothers. They are also in the second game. And Kangaskhan storages, but everyone else is completely different. We already have 17 out of 20 items, but here you can see each item and how much it costs. And also, I believe you can see a description if you hit A. Yeah, info. Max Elixirs do the same thing they do in normal Pokemon. They restore all the power points to each of your moves. I'm not sure if I explained this earlier because it's very similar to normal Pokemon, but that number there is our PP, or I believe it's called power points. Basically, it's how many times we can use the move before we can't use it anymore. It's a lot more important in this game because we'll be running out of it as we go through really long dungeons. He sells orbs and TMs. TMs are technical machines. They do exactly the same thing they did in normal Pokemon, which is they'll teach Pokemon a move that is, well, the move there. This one teaches Torment, for instance, which is a Dark-type move. Not all Pokemon can learn all TMs, otherwise they'd all be mute. Orbs are a little more interesting. They're one-time use items that you can use in dungeons, and they'll do what it says it does. Blowback orbs blow back. They are basically like a cannon for enemies in front of you. Warp orb will just warp you around the dungeon randomly, and escape orb will escape the dungeon. It's always good to have one of those, but I don't want to use up any of my money yet. Going right down here. Oh yeah, hold B if you want to run faster. But I like, you know, going at a nice leisurely pace. It's not like totally out of control. Holding B and moving is, it feels like it's as fast as Summon Night if I was holding down the fast forward button, but it's nice that they have it. This is Kangaskhan storage, which we'll be using right now. They have almost unlimited stores. They have like 250 slots if I remember correctly, so you're free to deposit as many as you want. Now, I don't really need this many apples on me, so we're going to deposit all but 2 of them. 2 is usually a good number, especially for these early dungeons. Actually, you'll really only need 1, and we'll be finding plenty of apples normally. Graveler walks... Let's try that again. Graveler rocks we usually want to keep. I like to keep 1 of each kind of berry, except Orin. I like to keep a couple of those on hand. Blast seeds I'll never really use, but I'll keep it anyway. More apples. Goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. I don't know why I said that, but that's what I said. I believe if you hit select, yes, select will organize your items. Haha. That'll make things a little easier. We do not need this many Pecha berries. I don't think we'll be running into poison for a bit. We definitely won't be running into freezing. And this is the Reviver Seed. I'm not sure if I touched on it last time, but having this item in your inventory will revive you instantly. You or your partner, I believe. So, good to keep as many as possible in your inventory, because they don't do you any good if you're dead. You'll just wish that you had it with you. Link all the moves you like for 150 Poke. Basically, you have 150 Poke, and you can link all these moves. You can also delink moves that you've already linked. And, I believe he's also Remember, which doesn't really help us right now because we don't have more than 4 moves. But I want to link Tail Whip and Tackle. I believe I can do that for you too. To shift moves, you hold R and press up, just like it says on this little thing here. And we want to link that. Alright. Should be just about everything I need to do. No. Anytime you do that, it costs you 150. See, now we have 600 instead of 750. We could buy that escape orb if we wanted to, but I decided against it. We can probably find one soon enough. This guy will tell you that the Pelipper post office is all the way to the... Well, he doesn't tell you where it is exactly, because there are a couple of paths here, but it's all the way to the right. You can kind of tell on our map up here, so... I'm keeping the cursor on the screen on purpose, mostly. Let's get it on though. Natural disasters, you say? Well, that doesn't sound good. Well, that's why rescue teams have been formed, I suppose. Ooh. Ah, a Blastoise and a Feraligatr. Or many Blastoise and many Feraligatr. We don't really know, because Pokemon... Well, some have plurals and some don't. Actually, those two technically should. Blastoises and Feraligatrs. Up here is the Whiscash Pond. We can't really do much over here, but I want to check it out anyway. Here's Whiscash. He's like the wise old guy in games who tells you what you need to do and stuff. Usually. Today he doesn't have very much for us. but he is important to the plot if I remember correctly, so don't forget where Whiskash Pond is. Not that this is a big store or a big town or anything. There is a shop that opens here later, but I can't remember what in the world it is. Here's a Persian. He is in charge of Felicity Bank. And I want to deposit all of our money. Do not carry money around with you when you go into dungeons. It's generally a bad idea, because if you die, you lose half or all of it. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure you lose the entire area, but it might just be half. Well, over there is, in that giant Pelipper-shaped building, is of course the Pelipper Post Office, and right outside is the job board. And if we check it out, we can see all of the jobs that are in Thunderwave Cave and Tiny Woods, which means we'll be going back to dungeons repeatedly that we've already visited. I'm still debating on how I'm going to handle this part. Well, we want to accept these two for Tiny Woods, because that's where I'm going today. Yep. Once you accept the job, you also have to take it from the job list. Just accepting it does not mean you are able to go and rescue Pokemon or do the exploration team thing in the second game. I learned this the hard way a few times, but eventually I learned. Anyway, go into job list, and we can also see info such as our reward, the difficulty. The difficulty only really matters on what place you're going to, so I never really pay attention to it. Where it is, and the client you're looking for. Whoops, see doodle. We get a Graveler Rock, and 100 Poke is never a bad thing. Well, do these have some good rewards, or a question mark reward, and also a question mark reward? You know what? I'm gonna go back to Thunderwave Cave. Suspend these again. Oh, okay. That did exactly what I wanted it to. That's good. Alright. Sad and lonely, can't seem to get out, and where am I? I don't really need to check on each and every one and what the Pokemon was that we need to rescue. Oh, I should go over how jobs work, so I'll meet you guys on the 3rd floor of the Thunderwave Cave. But first I suppose I should tell you how you get there. If you go to the left here, we can get to friend areas, which we can't actually do anything with right now, because we have no friends. We are very lonely. Alright, let's go. Oh, maybe I can even show off how that works too. But if you go to the south of your house, you can go anywhere you need to go to accept jobs. That little open envelope symbol there tells you that there is indeed a job in this place. Well, the stairs are right here, so we might as well just go back down. But we're back in Thunderwave Cave. Some orange berries, very nice. And I can also show you how link moves work. Just like that. Pretty easy. Tail Whip and Tackle go hand in hand very easily because they're the same PP, and Tail Whip reduces defense whereas Tackle deals damage, taking advantage of the reduced defense. And it's a bread and butter combination I use for quite a while. It looks like I'm getting trapped here, so let's try and get past this guy. There we go. Alright, yes. So, all I really need to do is find the stairs, so, well, there's no real reason to cut, because it'll probably be right down here. Yeah, see? Just as I thought. I'm kind of hoping I can show off how recruitment works, but so far nothing's been recruited. Do I need to, like, open that up, or...? I don't remember how it works. I think I need to open up the next area to do it, though. But we have friend areas open, which tells me that we can get friends. Unless the game's just screwing with me. which is very possible. Ah, well. We also aren't able to get any of these Pokemon. Well, we should be able to get Rattatas, because I think they live in the place with the thing. Anyway, for leveling up to level 8, yes, level 8. Okay. We have learned a new move, Sand Attack. We could even link it with Tail Whip and Tackle, and have a 3-way combination. You can link all 4 of your moves together if you want, but that's a pretty quick way to use up all of your PP. Aren't I on the 3rd floor? Yes, I am. Huh, that's odd. In the second game, it alerts you when there's something you need to do on this floor, but in this game, apparently, not so much. So... how do you... Huh? Message log? Oh, mission objectives. We need to rescue a Sunkern on the 3rd floor, which is where we are. So let's go find the client. Ah, a little Poochyena here. No big deal though. Just a dark type. Or maybe Poochyena's a normal type. Yeah, Poochyena and Mightyena are normal types. I'm stupid. No, I swear they're dark types. Oh, I'll never get that right. Even though I'm even reading the manga. Pokemon Special, or Pokemon Adventures, whichever you prefer. Depends if you're using the English name or the Japanese name. This Sunkern has to be here somewhere. Ow. Yeah, be careful when using the fast travel with holding B, because it can make you run face first into enemy Pokemon. Which is generally a bad idea. But it does get you around the dungeon a lot faster. And just wait for him. There we go. Quick Tail Whip Tackle ought to take care of him. Good experience though. Darn, I was kind of hoping that Bubble would hit. Having a water Pokemon partner is pretty nice because they'll usually have Bubble. And Bubble will reduce speed. Which means you can just go to town on enemies. Oh, there's the Sunkern. Just face him and hit A. If you, oh, I'll show you. If you run over him, he'll just switch positions with you, and then you never get anywhere that way. So we'll teleport Sunkern away with the magical power. And we don't want to leave yet. After all, we still have a couple more Pokemon to rescue. Because that's the name of the game. Pokemon Blue Rescue Team. Or Red Rescue Team if you're playing the GBA version. Which is what I was originally planning to do, like I said. But, well, the DS version is a lot more enhanced for one thing. What with the neat dual screen functionality. And it's just easier. Oh, okay, it does tell you. You've reached the destination floor. I just have a hard time paying attention sometimes, which is another thing I do every now and then. Anyway, on the 4th floor we need to rescue Lekid. Though I've kind of shown off everything that we need to do in terms of rescuing. But I'll show off the whole mission the first time, just to, you know, give you guys a feel for it. And then I'll probably be doing the rest of any rescue missions off-screen. Though there are other kinds of missions. We won't be running into them for a little while though. An item down here. Just a blast seed. Oh, might as well throw it. Not like I'm gonna use them. Oh, hey, I'm out of Graveler Rocks. Oops. Okay. Lekid right there. And next to the stairs, too. What a convenient turn of events. Usually they're on the other side of the floor. And there he goes. But we would still not like to leave, because one more Pokemon on the 5th floor. And I think that's him. It's kind of confusing when the Pokemon is Pokemon that you actually find in the dungeon, but it gets easier later on because any Pokemon can be in any dungeon that needs rescuing. For instance, you could have a Tyranitar in the very first dungeon that needs rescuing. As odd as that may sound. Because, I mean, Tyranitar are probably like level 50 by that time. But, well, that's just how the game goes. It randomizes, so. Now we can leave the dungeon. There's no real reward for going all the way back down to the bottom. All they'll say is, oh, it's the bottom of the dungeon, and leave. So, just teleport on back. And it tells us we completed a mission. Impressively, may I add. And it tells us, for some reason, our level and all of our stats. And what item we're carrying. It's kind of odd, but whatever the game wants to do, I suppose. And everyone will meet us in front of the billboard at the Pelipper post office. He gives us 10 gravel rocks, nice. And we also get rescue team points. I'll explain that next episode. We get 100 Poke, and because it said plus question mark, we also get a Reviver Seed, yes! Ooh. I want to stockpile those. I want to have like 8 of them. Oh man. Well, having a water Pokemon should make that part easier. There's a part, I'll just tell you, that I had a problem with. I was a Trico, my partner was what was my partner? I can't remember. But either way, I had a really hard time with something that comes up later in the game. And he also gave us some Graveler Rocks along with that money. Very nice. Very nice. Knock off? Knock off what? But we did do a good job today. And we'll call it a night. And so will I, because it's 2:22 in the morning. Huh, that's odd. It's 2:22 and it's 22 minutes. That is eerie and kind of spooky. So that's all for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team. That can be a little bit of a tongue twister when you're tired. Join me next time when we go off and do more rescues. That's probably how I'll end almost every episode. But what was that mysterious dream about? Maybe we'll find that out in the future. Until then, later guys.